Hey guys, it's me again. And I know that you've been doing your work from home, and we all went home about 5 weeks ago, and we miss knitting together in a room, and we can't do that, but we're going to do this instead. I know that we talked about sweaters by summer, and we are still going to make sweaters, but we're going to do sweaters by the end of summer, okay? And I know that you guys have told me that you kind of forgot some of the stuff and that I'm not there to help you with the stitches and figuring out what you've done wrong and what you've done right. So I'm going to help you virtually. So what we're going to do is we're going to start out with the basics of knitting again, and we're going to make a bunch of little just quick short videos that you can look at in case you've forgotten. We're going to start with casting on, and we're going to work through some of the stuff, and we're going to go all the way to bind off. So remember, when you're looking for your patterns, you're going to be looking for simple patterns with just a few things, but we're going to cover some of the things that you might have in your sweater pattern, like yarn overs, or there might be cables, or you may have to do increases, decreases, and make one right, make one left. We're just going to make a little quick video for you so you can just kind of refer back to it. If there's something that your pattern has that we haven't talked about, just let me know. Be happy to make a quick little video that you can hang on to if you need it. Kind of like a little security blanket for yarn. Okay, so we're going to start with cast on. The one that we're going to use is called a long tail cast on. It works well for just about any pattern, unless your pattern says something else. And if it doesn't say anything, a long tail cast on is a good one to use. So I'm just going to do a few stitches just so that you can see how we do it. So got my yarn here. And kind of a rule of thumb with the long tail cast on is about 1 inch of yarn for every stitch. So you want to have a long tail and you don't want to run out. Really kind of hurts your heart if you have to start all over. It's always, I think, good to have too much yarn than not enough to have to do it over. We'll also later on learn another trick for that to keep from running out of yarn, but just for now, know about 1 inch for every stitch. First thing you're going to do is make a slip knot. And again, you make a loop. We're going to draw the yarn through the loop. I apologize for my nails. These are COVID-19 nails. Pretty soon it's just going to grow out and they'll be French tips. But okay, you put that slip knot on your needle. The ball of yarn, that's called your working yarn. And this is your tail. Hang on here just a sec. Okay, now I can see what I'm doing. So you're going to have your tail over here, your working yarn to the other side, and we're going to do that slingshot method. So we're going to kind of stick our hands in there, kind of grab it like you would a slingshot. I hold it with my pinky there so it doesn't get away from me. And then what we're going to do is we're going to come under that loop on your thumb and come up through the center, and you're going to go over that loop on your index finger and come down through it, and then you're just going to pull it back through the loop on your thumb. And I'm going to do this several more times so you can get it. Let's here, unwind that a little bit. I'm going to do my slingshot under the thumb, over the index finger, and pull that loop back through the loop that was on your thumb. Let's do that several more times. Under, over, and through. Under, over, whoops, and through. Some people, when they do this, they kind of like to bend their thumb down at the end to make it easier to get it back through. So you come under, over, and if you bend that thumb down, it makes it easier to pull that through. I like to let go of this yarn every once in a while because when you're twisting it, it's going to sometimes kind of untwist the yarn. So if you let go, the yarn will kind of go back into its natural twist. So let's do that again. Under, over, and through. And so you just keep doing that under, over, and through until you have as many stitches on the needle as the pattern calls for. And that's the long tail cast on. There you go.